Welcome back to Marlowe House Presents Scoundrels of a Stranger Sky. I'm Andrew.
I'm Monica, and tonight I'm playing Olara Gibbons.
I'm Scott. I am playing Zotch Colbin.
So, why don't one of you sum up where we left off?
So we're on a ship about to hatch a bunch of dragon eggs, and we are so screwed. Does that pretty much sum it up, Scott?
I would sub out ship for escape pod.
Oh yeah, we're on a life raft with 4 eggs that are about to hatch that we are pretty sure are dragon eggs, and we are still really screwed.
Sounds about right.
Thank you, GM.
I will second the really screwed part.
Really screwed.
The systems aboard ship start chirping to life as the automated systems of the smuggler station
Oh, the tracking
come online.
beam, like the tracking or the tractor beam stuff. Okay.
Yeah. They come online, and you can see that you're being directed in.
Okay, pilot, that's all you.
Oh, is this an escape pod with, manual control?
There's a little bit of control.
Oh, why didn't you say? Here, let me screw that up, too.
Well, I said it so that it would get us here. Please don't screw it up. I've got us almost all the way here.
Oh, 17. That's not bad.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all. So you start following your way in, and things are looking pretty good. There's another thump thump, and then there's a ripping sound.
That's really, really bad.
Oh, I hope that was my pants.
You got your brown pants on today?
I'm gonna need them.
Yes.
And then there's this burble splat sound as
That also sounds like the brown pants.
a small wave of translucent fluid gushes from the bottom of the egg that you're holding, Monica.
So what you're saying is
your
this
water
egg's water
broke.
broke?
You're like, oh.
I hear the whites are really healthy.
Is someone whose water's
This is
actually
gonna-
broken before?
This is gonna be the grossest omelet ever.
This is so bad. Especially since there's a baby animal inside the egg, not a yolk, you big dumbass.
You see
Just
little
for
claw.
those of
see,
you at home, this might be an adult-only episode.
little claws peek out,
Oh, what color are they? I'm in love.
black.
Oh, this is bad.
We don't know that. This isn't that universe.
You're right. Black dragons might be awesome and good. Because black is a good color in every society.
Oh, if their morals are shaped by the people raising them, this is gonna be really bad.
This is what the world needs. This is what this star system, this planetary system needs.
There's more ripping.
4 morally ambiguous dragons.
There's more ripping.
Hmm.
More splashing fluid. And the side of it kind of peels back completely, and a small head sticks its way out,
Oh, so cute.
covered in slime,
A face only a mother could love.
and it is ugly.
It is hideous. But you know what? Every baby is ugly to the
And
point where it's cute. Oh dear.
Nope. Nope.
Nope.
That is kind of straight up gross.
Yep. Yep.
And it flops onto the ground. It opens its mouth, and you see row upon row of razor sharp teeth.
They're gonna be extra sharp because it's a baby.
Yes. Is there, in the time that we've been on this vessel, all 15 minutes of it, is there any, emergency supply any emergency rations or anything like that?
Well, now that you're looking for them now.
Well, I mean, I would have done that when we realized that we were about to have babies on board.
You might have been mid-panic at the moment.
Yes, okay, because now he's hungry.
I'm lazy. I've probably got jerky.
You probably do. Colbin, give me your food.
I'm gonna give it to that.
Do you want to be its mother? I take the food and I give it to the baby. Because I knew Colbin wasn't going to want to be its mother. He can't even take care of himself. How's he going to take care of a
It
baby
grabs it
dragon?
and tears it out of your hand. You're still actually holding part of it. And it's like thick, hard jerky.
This is going to be scary. Quick, find the rest of the
And
ration.
it like tears into it. And then it looks at you.
Yes. I give it more food. And I talk to it gently. And I sing soft kitty to it.
So you give it the other piece of jerky. Very careful not to lose your fingers.
Yes, very careful to not lose my fingers.
We do not need a dragon, Sheldon.
What the heck am I going to do? It's good. They're all going to hatch. They are going to imprint on one of us.
The last thing I want is a dragon looking at me and saying, "You're in my spot."
It licks its eye.
That is
As it finishes.
so cute.
And it like shakes again a little bit. Unfurls its wings and slides off to the floor. And then it shakes like a dog, spraying it all over the cabin.
We did not get paid nearly enough for this.
We are definitely negotiating higher. We are so in trouble. Yeah, I know. An intrusion. Imagine that. Here you go, Scott. We're about to get screwed a second to third time.
It kind of looks at you.
Uh-huh.
You hear this little sound from inside of it.
Excuse you.
Oh, it's the spicy jerky.
A gout of flame comes from its mouth.
Good news, I have speed defense.
So go ahead and roll that.
Oops, sorry about that, guys. At home.
Just her or me too?
Just her.
Okay, good. Because I'd have to make 2.
I'm gonna go ahead. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take this. I rolled a 5. I'm gonna let this happen.
How much do you have any speed defense on it?
I have speed defense, so it reduces it by 1.
All right, so you very narrowly avoid getting burned.
Wow. Good on me.
There's a sear mark that goes up the wood paneling, and you can actually see where it's been charred, and little bits of it are actually kind of on fire.
It smells like oak. Got it.
That hits one of us, it's going to smell like bacon.
And then it kind of gurgles again and rolls over.
I pet its belly.
You reach down to pet its belly,
Uh-huh.
and it kind of like snaps at you. You think that it would be playful if you had scales. You're pretty certain that it's another speed defense roll.
I'm actually gonna re-roll that. Ooh, 19.
Okay. It's enough to pull your fingers back before it takes a chunk of meat from you.
But it knows I love it.
Look,
And when
just keep that dragon from dribbling on my seats.
This ship isn't gonna go anywhere, Colbin. This is an escape vessel. This isn't a ship. This is a cubicle with wings. We aren't taking this anywhere ever again. This is the best birthing suite we could have hoped for. Now we don't have to clean the interior of a ship.
I mean, at least the ship, we could have just let it do what it's going to do wherever it was.
Yeah, with the...
and ignored it for the rest of eternity.
Okay. We have a baby dragon and 3 more on the way.
And the other 3 start shaking.
Did you find the rest of the rations? Because we're going to need them.
The dragon that is there in front of you starts gnawing and pulling at the leather of the upholstery.
I'm pretty sure that is not nutritious, little guy. We start looking for the...
Look for more rations.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
look for the rations.
All
I'm
right,
going to
go
run
ahead.
out of jerky.
Go ahead and give me a search roll.
I'm going to throw some effort at it
15.
with a 12.
I mean, it's a little escape vessel. How many spots could there be to look?
How much did you get?
Reduced by... that wouldn't fall under identify. So you reduced by 2.
Okay.
Man, I forgot to take search, too.
All
I
right.
got perception. 15 with perception.
Okay. Between the 2 of you, you do manage to find a compartment that has enough supplies to keep a couple people alive. They're basically like MREs.
That's
But-
meals ready to eat. I'm
Yep.
okay with that. We're gonna give.
So
these
you
to the
peel off
dragons.
the covers and slide them
Shake
over.
the food out to the baby dragons as they present themselves.
The first dragon pounces on the plate that you toss his direction, her direction,
Its direction.
its direction.
Their direction. All the baby dragons are theirs right now. We don't know their pronouns, so we will use theirs. They. They and their. Got it. Yes, so we prepare MREs for all the baby dragons.
Well, so far there's only the one,
Okay, well that's good.
and the ship starts to touch down. The one sitting in the chair next to you, Scott, there's another rip,
You're about to be a daddy. Congratulations.
and it just oozes.
Great. Your name is Slime.
You can't name the baby that.
Well, I'm not going to name it Dishwasher.
Well, as long as you don't name it bartender, we're okay.
There's another moment of like picking at it, and suddenly it like erupts a stream of spray goo onto the controls right in front of you, and it just like goos the entire floor as it starts to
I told you.
dig its way
Keep
out.
these dragons from dribbling on my seats.
What do you want me to do?
The first one is back to chewing on the upholstery.
I mean, dribble, chew. I mean, they're babies. What do you want from me? I slided another MRE. This isn't your ship.
Do you reach over and pull it out?
the one that's hatching?
Yeah.
Because it's in my seat. Get up. Oh, gee. Oh, God, why?
You like pick it up, and it's like actually upside down, and it's kind of like snapping at you, but not managing to get it.
Wait, is the second one hatched?
It's hatching, yeah.
Oh, it's hatching. Its head's coming.
And so
Turn it over.
Scott's got it by the
Oh
egg.
no! Now it's made eye contact. You're screwed.
Yeah, but the other way it was wriggly.
It
Now
licks
no
you.
grip. It was.
It licks you like all the way up to the elbow.
New
Set it-
rule, no pets.
That's a rule for our Sunday night game.
and you set it down. You set it down in the back next to her.
I think this one's yours. Here, feed it. And you're an MRE. I think.
Put the plate down.
Okay.
I think it's yours. Maybe.
It starts eating
Ugh.
plate and everything.
They're baby goats.
The other one sitting in the back,
Uh-huh.
it's been quaking for like the longest. It keeps glowing.
Uh-huh.
Actually goes boom. The whole thing erupts. There's a gout of flame that goes straight up into the air, and the egg bits just kind of like float to the
Not
ground.
gonna have an escape pod left
We're
before
almost,
we touch down.
we're almost there.
And this is the point where you touch down. 3 of them are hatched. The other one is trembling like this. Super fast. It's a... You can hear it flapping around inside, fighting, and then claws like scrape across the sides.
I'm opening MREs as fast as I can because the last thing I need are a bunch of hungry baby dragons in this cubicle with wings.
Is it after midnight? We should not be feeding them.
It's a little late to think about that now.
It is after midnight.
Oh, now it's going to get worse.
Local time, maybe. That's bad.
I kid. So, all 4 of the dragons have hatched.
Yay.
And you are all coated from head to toe in slime.
I regret not taking prestidigitation now. This is a problem. This is a problem. This might be problematic.
The door opens up and you see Lyre waiting for you in the airlock.
You did this.
Did you say that to her or me?
Yes.
Okay, yes.
She's got her geometric tribal face tattoos showing, and she sees you, and she frowns.
Thinking about taking off all of my clothes and standing in fire right now, but okay, I won't. Interestingly enough, I am also frowning at her. You failed to mention that we were taking a bunch of baby dragons.
You were supposed to bring the chest. They would still be eggs if they were in the chest.
Did you see how big the door is you're standing in? And how big the chest was probably going to be?
That's not my problem.
I'll let you do the math on that. Also not my problem. Chest would still be on the ship.
Well, if you think I'm paying for this, you're mistaken.
That's okay. Sicker, boys! No.
One of them
That's not
licks
gonna
you.
work. I thank you.
Would
I
you
love
like
you.
to meet the children? That one is ooh.
That's not their
This
names.
one is gross.
That's not their names.
This is Slime. He's my favorite. And that one is Sulfur Fart. I've had a very hard day.
We're gonna have to talk about the children's names.
I've had a very hard day.
For somebody who's used to not doing much, I guess this seems like an awfully big
I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. Protein shake. There's a lot of it here.
She turns on her heel.
I'm sorry, can we have a minute?
This is why I'm a treasure.
Okay, I'm ready.
Sulfur Fart, quit chewing on my chair.
I can't deal with him. You're gonna have to replace him.
So Sulfur Fart comes comes down the walk ramp
Oh,
towards Lyre, who is distinctly unhappy looking.
Okay. Because her feelings are something I'm concerned about right now.
And he like belches in her general direction, and then there's a gout of flame, and she backs away from it, and he like trots over towards her. Part of the MRE
Regurgitates.
plate is still kind of stuck in his mouth, and he's trying to get it loose, where his teeth have penetrated the metal and gotten stuck.
Okay, so at that point, Olara goes over and says, "Here, baby, let me help you with that." Gets the plate out of his mouth. We'll give you a better name.
She's like, dragons are contraband, and they're not going to do me any good imprinted on you.
Well, I don't know what you
So-
were thinking paying us this piddly amount, thinking we were actually going to be able to do anything with that. I mean, you could have mentioned that the chest couldn't be opened. We had to get the contents to you. We are sorry.
I said bring the chest.
Well, and the door is too small.
You can keep what I gave you up front. I won't look for a recompense on that. We'll call it even.
Thanks. What am I going to do with
She
poor
storms out, clearly pissed off.
You know, we could feed her to the babies.
We could. Don't think I haven't thought about it. They're gonna need fresh. They're gonna need fresh meat fast. King of Rock says, "Stop! I'm dying over here." We're sorry. We're sorry. We're laughing too hard. Oh man, we are gonna have to name them something more appropriate. I can't even. I can't even with you.
Gross meanders over towards you.
No, we are not calling them that. What is wrong with you all?
He starts licking your shoe.
Well,
And-
she's not wrong. These are contraband. We need to move.
Well, fortunately, you're on a smuggler's moon. It's not like you're in a very,
I'd say the laws here are a little more lax.
they're like very lax,
I know.
non-existent.
But what are we going to do with 4 baby dragons?
There is a market here.
I know, but they're imprinted on us. I mean, that's like giving away baby ducks. They're just going to follow us. These are our children. We can't give up our children. I mean, well, you know. Well, let's go see what we can do. This is not good. So we pick up our new, I don't know, what do we call a horde of baby dragons? A horde of baby dragons?
Clutch?
A clutch? I don't
Clutch
know.
sounds good.
So we pick up our clutch. First, we need to find somewhere to clean everybody off at. This is gross.
No, this is gross. This is
We are
ew.
not naming them that. That is not going to. We can't name them that.
Ooh says, ooh.
I blame you.
First words, Daddy's little man.
You're not entirely certain if it was supposed to be a growl, just a general noise, or if it was actually a word. But,
King of Rock, you are my new
Guess
hero.
who's on first? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, God lover. Oh, God lover. Super Kitten's here instead of Castered Bat. You're absolutely correct. Birth is beautiful. Super Kitten is a,
I know.
she does labor and delivery. Yes,
quite-
and the birth of baby dragons is even better, but I have yet to convince them that we shouldn't name them ridiculous things. I need your help.
So far, you've only given them one set
was
of names.
based-
I'm just working with the names you've given them.
Was based entirely on observation.
All right, so
It also a clutch also sounds a bit like a purse, and that would get us down to 3 dragons.
nope, it was fast. You know, when you give birth to 4 at the same time, they come pretty quickly. Oh man, what are we gonna name these? We're not naming them what you've got. That's just not it. We're just not
no,
doing
according
that.
to Michael, it's now canon.
It's only temporarily canon.
Michael's not my friend anymore. Okay, we need better names from the peanut gallery. Oh my
There's
god.
no peanut
Are they-
gallery.
Are
From the audience, from the
There's-
live
there-
audience. You're
There's
right,
no live audience.
You're right, there's no peanut gallery. But the live audience could help us out with better names.
so the first one was black.
They're all
They're
black
all black.
They're all black.
currently.
So
They're really probably more like a really dark green.
so Verde,
4
Forest,
4 babies.
Pine, and Verdant.
Run, Forest, run.
I didn't say they would be good names, but at least they're better than the ones you gave them. Oh, no. What are we going to do?
Name the big one Oz.
We could name the big one Oz.
Gross starts chewing on the metal runway.
Come on,
Side.
you. You can't stay
He's like
here.
tearing at it, leaving marks, sharpening his teeth and his claws on it.
Inky, Slinky, Binky.
And Clyde.
And Clyde. I like those better. But not by much.
Pac-Man.
But not by much. I'm pretty sure we're violating someone's IP with that, but okay. Oh, noes. All right. There's got to be somewhere. I don't know. There's got to be some equivalent of a truck stop somewhere where we can all clean up, because this is disgusting.
That is doable.
Come on, kids. So do they actually follow if we start moving?
Yes.
How
They
big
like
are
truck-
they at this point? Are they like kitty cat
They're
sized?
like big cat size.
Okay, so they're
Like
they're
not
like,
big
they're
cats,
like
but
purse cat. They're purse dog sized.
yeah, but a little bigger.
Okay, all right. So they can be picked up and stuff.
Yes.
Like that. All right.
So they're like fat chihuahuas.
Fat chihuahuas.
Fat chihuahuas. Pugs. Actually, they're like pug sized.
Okay.
They've just
With
got better
tails and wings.
proportions. Yeah.
Maine Coon cats. All right,
Mhm.
got it. So yeah, Maine Coon. It's like
If you're-
Michael read my mind.
If you're covered in dragon birth, just rub it in. Vernix is protective, like a spell.
God, I love Trish. Oh, it's awesome.
Oh my god.
My skin looks better than it's ever looked before.
But it smells worse than day-old dumpster.
Hey now. All right, so we go find somewhere to clean up.
Okay. Did anybody spend anything out of their pools?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
They're actually refreshed.
Oh man, that's awesome! All of them.
Mm-hmm.
Got my luck back. I got my intellect back. Magic baby dragons are cool. Oh, we are so in trouble. Oh, that's nice. I like that, Vrock. Drake, Vern, Norm, and Worm.
Whatever you end up settling on, just let me know.
Okay, we'll arm wrestle about it later.
You guys want to give me a perception check?
Not
Nope.
really, but okay.
I am so very distracted right now.
17. And I am trained in perception.
Okay. As you leave the area of the pod in the docking bay area and heading off towards the likely location to get cleaned up, you do notice a couple of small urchin type kids creep out of the shadows and start collecting the egg pieces from the ship.
Is there any intrinsic value to dragon egg pieces?
Probably.
Oh shit, we should have probably collected those. Especially since we got baby dragons.
Now we have baby dragon food.
What, street urchins? I mean, we can do that. No, that sounds like a terrible plan.
I'm no hero. I'm not ashamed of admitting that.
Do we have any egg pieces left on us? I mean,
Tiny ones.
should we?
Probably 2 or 3 each.
Go back. Hand it over. Half.
He looks up at you. He's like, "What's a Hoosits?"
My dragons can breathe fire. Half.
Halfsies. K's.
So now we have like half of a couple of eggs. I don't know what they're worth, but we'll find
About 2 eggs worth.
out. Okay.
Sometimes you just gotta lay down the law, I guess. In a lawless hive of scum and villainy.
So we go get cleaned up.
Okay. So you go find yourselves a, basically like a truck stop /
Rest area.
Car wash.
crap inn. You find like this like little crap inn.
So like a pay by the hour motel.
Yeah, but not really.
Siesta rates.
El Rancho Rankin.
They have sort of siesta rates and full rates, but you know. So you can like,
Oh, we don't take the dragons in when we get the room. One of us goes in and the other one sits out and dragon sits. I'm assuming we have some...
Don't eat the room. Oh, look, they're eating the room.
We're going to need to get some food fast. This is not going to be good.
There's some kind of market, I assume.
mm-hmm.
Are you cleaned up?
I will be soon.
Are you getting cleaned up?
I will get cleaned up.
Are you doing that in shifts then? And then you go to the market? Or are you going to go to the market while she's cleaning up?
You can't leave the
Can't
kids
leave.
here.
Can't leave the babies unattended. That sounds like a terrible idea.
It does sound like a terrible idea.
Once we are both clean, do you want to stay here with them and I will go?
That's fine. I like them more than you do.
All right. Head off to market.
Okay. It is a bustling, think sort of the cantina scene from Star Wars, but it's an entire market of that. But it's not so much aliens as it is like every fantasy race you can think of. Dwarves, colorful gnomes, and halflings with, spiked hair, and elves, some trolls.
Meat. I go find the purveyors of meat.
You find an orcish butcher. You need meat? I have meat. What kind of meat do you need?
What you got?
I have rat, big rat, some. Looks back at his stock. I think that's cow. And this stuff. He points at something else.
That sounds legit.
Then unless you need something specialty.
I don't think I do. I think probably some, let's see. Ew is about this big. Gross is a little bigger.
Really? You're really? Really? Really?
I think a couple, I think a few, like 3 big rats and maybe a piece of cow.
Okay. So he goes off to the side and brings you back some. The rats are basically just skinned and gutted. And they're on sticks.
Rat on a stick.
They're basically like turkeys. So they're on. When I say they're on sticks, I don't mean they're like, I don't know, on a stick. They're on like
They're on a spit.
sticks. Yeah, they're like spits. And he's like handling them like they don't weigh anything. When he hands them to you, it's like holding a Thanksgiving turkey
Oh, good
on a
God.
stick, and the stick probably weighs a pound on its own.
Good Lord.
And he hands you basically this big burlap bag for all of it. And he throws in a bag of salt and herbs.
Cool. Give the man some gold.
Okay. You should check out my cousin's herb shop.
Man, I hope he's got the good stuff.
She's got lots of good stuff.
Sweet. I will pick something up for the two of us to eat as well. Head back.
Okay. You getting something from him?
Just.
Or
Or
are you going to go find somebody else?
go find somebody else. Just something.
Something cooked.
Something
for
cooked. and-
us.
yeah.
Thanks.
Oh, hey, look,
Okay.
chickums.
Yep.
Okay, so food for you.
I'm getting Girl Scout cookies, apparently.
Food for you lot. All right. Ooh, rat on a stick.
His name is Vern.
Rat on a stick.
We're going to go with that. We're going to go with
Rat on a stick.
Drake, Vern, Norn, and Worm.
And because he's the oldest, the big one gets cow.
Is that Drake?
I don't know.
We'll make Drake the oldest. It sounds like a good name for the oldest. He's
That
my...
was gross, right?
I have no...
Actually, it was.
You guys can't do this to me.
I have to keep track of which ones are which.
Okay. Sorry, everybody. I have a bit of a cold, so.
And is going around here in Cincinnati.
If
Yes.
it helps, I'll shorten the one's name down to Sulf.
No. Sulfie. We call it Sophie for short. I hate you guys. Never playing games with you guys again. I'm done. I quit. Turn off my camera. I don't think you want that, Trish.
It's Sully.
Don't turn me off. You turn me off and it's over. I know what you're doing over there.
You said to.
When you turn it back on, I'll be gone.
If we
It'll
call
be you
one,
and Scott.
if we call one Sully, we can rename Slime Mike Wazowski.
I think we have some IP issues here, guys. I think maybe we should stop. All
Slime
right.
it is.
Norn.
Norn.
Norm. All right, so
Pass out cow and rat on a stick.
yeah, we're gonna be hard pressed to feed these guys for very long.
And they tear into the food like... It's kind of a horror show.
Yep.
I'm not so hungry now.
That's why you should have eaten first.
I didn't have a choice. You've obviously never actually been a mother. To choose between
No,
sleep,
that is
shower,
true.
and food. I have to choose between sleep, shower, and eating on my own every time. I'm always going to choose sleeping.
Sometimes it's showering.
Sometimes it's showering. Usually it's sleeping.
Usually, but not always.
All right. What are we going to do with baby dragons?
Not diaper them.
Hell no. This is going to be a problem. Where is there an adult dragon that these baby dragons came from? This is a problem. Why? I don't even know what his name was. Who did we steal the ship from, Andrew? Yeah. Pull the card.
You're not exactly certain who it was. You just basically were told to hit a certain berth and to
Okay.
get the cargo container out of that particular ship. You watched him. You were fairly certain that his name was Arvelax, but you're not 100% certain.
How does one come to be in possession of 4 dragon eggs, and what does one do with dragon eggs? This is like beyond my pay grade. I don't even know. This is bad.
I mean, clearly not omelets.
Well, it's a little late for that now.
That's what I'm saying. Clearly not omelets. That was not on the board. That was not on the roster
This is bad.
because these were ready.
Yeah, these eggs were ready. All right, we're going to have to ask Liar. I mean, I don't know what else to do. I know she's not happy, but maybe she can at least... I mean, I don't know what else to do with these. What do we do with baby dragons? I don't even know if we can get rid of them. They are imprinted on us. I mean, there's nothing we can do.
I mean, do they grow up smart? Do they?
Dragons typically are smart.
Yeah.
How quickly do they mature?
Not very.
I mean, do we even know of any dragons?
They're legends. There are dragons that...
Pet Smart has some obedience classes.
So we head to the local PetSmart. They seem horrified.
Jill McCaff. They're dragons that fly the skies of the gas giant.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm still thinking about PetSmart. What?
There are dragons that fly the skies of the gas giant.
We're on the wrong moon.
Yeah, we are.
I mean, it's not like we can hide them in a piece of carry-on luggage.
Let's put an ad up on Craigslist. Found 4 dragon eggs. Hatched recently.
Go by the name of Inky Blinky, Inky Slinky Binky, and Clyde. Oh my God, what are we gonna do? Oh man.
Answers to ew.
Already knows their names. May not be potty trained. We're going to have a heck of a time. Well, I mean, we can get back to the gas giant. Maybe. This is going to be bad.
And there are probably other dragons elsewhere, too.
Yeah.
This is probably where they got them, though.
You get a dragon, and you get a dragon, and you get a dragon, and you get a dragon. Everybody gets a dragon.
You get a pair. You get a pair.
Support animal vests for them. This is my support dragon. He eats people that make me feel sad.
That would solve so many problems. I'm feeling anxious. Get him! I'm gonna need a dragon, Andrew.
So while you guys are contemplating your terrible luck and just how poorly this all went very fast.
And loving on our new babies. Yes.
You notice that one of them has gone missing.
What? How is that possible? I don't even know which one it is. We need to get collars for them so we know which one's which.
You think it's Vern. Ew. This is why I needed to have both names.
I'm just gonna take my glasses off so my tears come flow through.
Ew.
It does.
Vern?
You say ooh. You call out Vern.
Yeah.
Moment later, you hear metal clanging, and you can see it coming out from underneath a vendor stall.
I thought we were in the hotel.
Oh, did you go back to the hotel?
I took everything back to the hotel.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so he comes out from underneath the metal clanging. He comes back from underneath one of the air vents, and he comes backing out, and he looks very proud with his very fresh, very hairy big rat.
Good boy. Good dragon.
And the other ones all like jump on it too.
Oh.
There's
Oh,
a little
he's-
bit of a scrum to see who gets which
He's gonna have
bits.
to learn to share.
What a good dragon. You're so in trouble.
Well, this is gonna get fun.
And then they're up on the bed.
Well, we're not sleeping.
All four
on
of them.
that bed. Are they sleeping or they're eating?
They're eating. They each have a bit.
I guess we'll be sleeping on this bed over here.
Wait till they get bigger.
I know that bed's not going to hold them for very long. They'll sleep soon. I don't
Do
know.
they sleep?
I hope so. I don't know. I'm gonna need more rum.
There are little bottles in the refrigerator.
That's good. There's a big bottle right on the table.
Cowabunga.
Yeah. We were never here. No, Michael, we were never here. So we're cleaned up. They're barely fed. Are they getting sleepy?
Doesn't look like it.
This is
This is
so beyond bad.
This is so bad.
Well,
I guess it's.
let's see what we can do about commandeering a ship back
You hear
to...
you hear a and a gout of flame comes from Worm and catches the bed sheets on fire.
Oh, put that out.
And then they're like bouncing on you, biting at your hands. You're trying to put out the flames.
Oh my god, they're like evil cats.
Yeah?
Oh no.
One of them starts fanning the flames with his wings.
No.
Oh,
Gather up the dragons. Let's go. We can't go.
come on, let's go.
Everybody in the car. Nobody touches anyone.
Don't make me pull this moon over.
So you like leave. They all jump off the bed, except for Worm, who's like playing in the flames.
Worm, now. Hold my hand out. I don't even know which ones are imprinted on each of us yet.
Gross. Wait, Gross was Drake.
I have no idea. Yeah, Gross was Drake.
Slime.
Yeah. So I do know Gross is mine. I mean, Drake is mine. I do know that. And the second one was yours, but the younger two, who knows?
I know which ones are which.
That's all that matters. So does he come to
I hope I got
me?
sulfur fart.
Me too. I think you pretty much settled that, Scott. Thanks.
Simply, I already knew where they go, and I'm not saying which one's got who, which one.
I have no idea. Does he come? Does he come to me?
They all eventually come, yes.
Okay. I don't even know. Come on, dragons. I don't even know. I want to say boys, but they're not. I don't even know. I have no idea. Come on, baby dragons. I'm tired. I should have slept before we left.
Parenting.
Who knew?
Smoke starts to boil out of the doorway of the room that you're leaving.
We didn't put that out? I thought we put that out. We tried to put that out.
Yeah, and then they were like biting and snapping at you. You're all like, "Oh, let's leave."
Oh, well, no, I meant we leave and put it out.
Not my
somebody's
hotel.
Do you go back in then to put it
Yeah,
out?
I put it out.
Okay.
I mean, yes, put it out.
So you get it put out.
I can't leave the building on fire. That would be irresponsible. I'm a mother now.
Then they might take your dragons away.
They might take my dragons away and put them into the foster system where they'll grow up with who knows what kind of parenting. This is important.
Someone's going to call DPS.
I blame Michael McNeil for this.
So, you guys try to get your wits together and try to get everything out and moving in the right direction and try to figure out what your next move's going to be. When as you kind of get a look around and start to get your your bearings and try to figure out what you're gonna do. You notice before he notices you, the captain with the bald patch on his cheek.
Colbin, we have a problem.
And he is currently asking questions of one of the facility's servants.
No, I believe we have a food source.
What a good call.
And while you guys are deciding what you're going to make of this particular problem, we're going to call it for a moment.
Okay.
And
Oh, good, because I laughed really hard. This was about to turn into another kind of problem.
Yes. All right. We'll see you guys back in about 10 or whenever you listen to us again.